Namaste, friends. Welcome to Yoga Bliss with Shelly, and I'm Shelly. Welcome to day 6 of the Awaken You series. Today's practice is inspired for body image and self-confidence. So unroll your mat, grab your hoop. If you don't have a hoop, your invisible hula hoop, and let's join together and cultivate love for ourselves by building our confidence and our self-worth with movement and that place between peace and play. Hoop in hand, invisible hoop. Unroll the corners of the mat, push them down. If they're rolling up, that's okay. Applesauce, or maybe today the butterfly works for you, or if your hips are a little tight, you can let your legs lay long, allowing yourself permission to be here, letting go of whatever was happening before this, whatever's happening after. Let everything float away. Feel the connection of your sit bones on the earth, peeling those meaty parts of the booty away, finding that fire, lighting that fire within the core, lighting it up through the heart, and bringing that inner light up through the throat, up through the third eye, all the way straight up to the crown of your head. Bringing in this bubble, putting yourself inside of your special hoop bubble, and filling yourself with a breath deep into the belly, igniting that fire within, and letting it go. Breathing into the fire breath, exhaling the arms, raising the arms up tall, thumbs pointed up. For the fire breath, breathing into the navel, inhale, exhale, through the nose. Inhale, exhale through the nose. Inhale, exhale, inhale. This is the fire breath. It's gonna be fun. So it's pretty quick, and we're gonna do 30 pants. And if you need to rest your arms, you can. So you're kind of just going, letting that inner fire ignite, closing the eyes, softening the gaze, raising the arms up high, and doing 30 of these breaths at your own pace. So one full breath is in, out, and feeling that inner fire, that fire breath. Now that belly is warm. It's warm, it's lit up. Building in your personal bubble. Inside of our hoop is our bubble, knowing that this field of energy around us is up to us. So choosing what you want to put in your bubble in your practice. Bringing your hands to the heart center, setting an intention. And if you don't have one, you can grab onto mine, and my intention is to build confidence in ourselves, to let us know that we are worthy. We are more than enough. We are beautiful. We can even be sexy. It's okay to be sexy. It doesn't mean you're a certain way. It doesn't mean you're a gross human, or old school parents would maybe say like slutty or gross or mischievous. Who knows? Whatever your old programming is, know that it's okay to be beautiful within and playful within your body, my friends. Holding that self-love and that confidence in your heart. Tuning into that inner critic, and whenever that inner critic comes in, just be aware that you don't have to choose to listen. You can choose to come back. Turning on that self-confidence. So literally, let's flip that switch on. Our self-confidence is on. And now that our confidence is on, slowly, I want you to challenge yourself. See how slowly and mindfully you can rise up. I know it can be a challenge for some people. If you can try to plant your feet and lift yourself up with your hoop to standing. And this might not happen for you. You might need to use your hands to anchor you up. But really challenge yourself here to press. This took me a really long time of practicing to do. So it's toning through the core, exhaling, using that body, flipping that hoop forward, raising up to standing. Now we're confident. We're in our own skin. We're here. Now stand confidently inside of your hoop. Put that hoop on your head. Be confident. And for me, my confidence isn't standing still. How do you stand? My confidence isn't hunched forward, pouting, crossing the arms. When we cross our arms, notice if you've crossed your arms throughout the day and how many people cross their arms, or even crossing your legs. When you're crossing, you're closing yourself. So be aware, open yourself up. Find that confident stand. Find that length in the heart. I know a little bit of movement makes me feel confident. Some people I know it's putting a little hand on the hip, bringing in that inner confidence here, bringing in that inner talk, that inner love, saying, I am confident. I'm more than enough. I am a beautiful light in this life. I'm handsome. I'm sexy. I'm graceful. Whatever it is that you want to bring into your life, you bring it in. When we say negative self-talk and bag on ourselves for our looks and how our body is, we're going to attract more of that. So bringing in what it is that you want to cultivate. Tuning into your balance, that inner light, and even in that inner light, just rocking side to side, really feeling what it feels like to find that inner space of peace, to be confident. Feel what it feels like to shrink and shrivel. Grabbing that hoop, exhaling, diving forward as we're shrinking forward, curving in, and sometimes it's okay, we want to go within, bending here, and Uttasana, a forward fold. And if your hoop goes forward, that's okay. Our hoop is along for the ride. Bringing those arms forward to grab that hoop through the core. Inhale, raising up, feeling that confidence, turning on, bringing that hoop up to as high as you can. Exhale, diving forward. Again, feeling what it feels like to feel small. Maybe crouching down even into that froggy pose and giving yourself a hug. Feeling what it feels like to be curled up in a ball. When we are at a lack of confidence, we don't feel confident in our own skin, we kind of we shy away, we look in the mirror and we don't want to see ourselves. I want you to break through that. Blossom your flower. Inhale, planting the feet into the earth, rising up, finding that inner confidence, that inner strength within, my friends. Being confident in our own skin means sometimes we have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. Stancing the feet about 2 to 4 feet apart. This just depends on you. I have some students who have to be very narrow, just heel toeing. The left foot facing the long edge of the mat and the right foot facing the short edge of the mat. Keeping a gentle bend to the knees. Hips facing the long edge of the mat. In yoga, we always want to keep gentle bends to the joints because we want to keep our bodies safe instead of locking them out. Inhale, raising up that hoop. Exhaling, hinging from the hips. Feeling that hinge of the hips for a hoop variation of Trikonasana. So in Trikonasana, it's usually the triangle pose here. Trying to drop that hind arm, the right arm down, and holding with the left arm strong and mighty. Grabbing underneath of the hoop, so it was a switch underneath. Exhaling, bringing that hoop up. My ceiling is right here, so I'm going to keep a little bend. Exhaling, bringing that hoop behind the back here. Trikonasana, the triangle hoop style, my friends. Inhale, raising that hoop up, using the strength from the bicep, toning the core, keeping the hip out. Exhaling, allowing that hoop to rest over. One more time, my friend. Inhale, raising it up, slowly hinging it back behind. Keeping that strength within the shoulder. Exhale, raising that hoop up. Beautiful work. Inhaling, allowing that knee to come forward for Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. This is one of my favorite poses. We do it pretty much most practices because I love this pose. Testing that strength on the head, finding that flat spot, keeping grounded and rooted in the feet, peeling the mat away with the feet. I remember I never really understood that. So it's literally just like, feel what it feels like to press open. You can grab onto your hoop, peek down to your knee. This knee sometimes gets a little floppy on us. So getting that knee aligned over the ankle, opening that hip, finding that confidence, that fire within. Do you remember that fire breath? This is a breath that is just this breath that ignites this fire within us even when we're feeling a lack of. It just is a booster, firing up, lighting us up inside and shining it outside. Exhaling those arms, trying to find that space, that balance. If you can, gently peeking, and if your hoop falls, you can grab it. Peeking over the middle finger, allowing the shoulders to float down away from the ears. Pressing that middle finger, igniting that inner light. Exhaling, slowly grabbing around the hind side of the hoop, opposite side of the hoop. Exhaling, slowly and mindfully, taking the hoop and hinging forward. Feeling that rotation on the hips in all directions. With the exhale, down. Inhale as you raise. Exhaling it down. And raising it up. Feeling that inner burn, that inner strength. Exhaling it around. Back up to neutral. Hinging from the hips in the opposite directions. Slowly tipping from the hips. Exhaling, soft back bend as you come all the way around. And my friends, you don't have to be exactly where I am. Your range of motion is going to vary from mine. And that's what's great about a home practice is sometimes when we're in a yoga class, we look at our partners, the person next to us, and think, oh God, I'm not doing what they're doing. You don't have to do what they're doing or what I'm doing. Do what you're doing. This is your practice. Turn on that confidence. I am confident in my own skin. Exhaling, both feet forward here. Both feet forward here. Gently side to side. Twisting from the core. Pulsing 2 pulses. 1, 2, and just bounce that. Get a little playful. Find that place between peace and play. And still we can work on strengthening our body, strengthening our confidence. Exhale, tipping one side to the opposite side. So left arm to right foot. Big breath in here as you hinge. Inhale to raise with the back of the heart, finding that neutral spine. And being aware if that hoop is coming way up, kind of getting that hoop planted on the lower back. Exhale, tipping at the hip, allowing the right hand to come to the left leg here, tipping, big breath in, letting it go. Inhale, raising up. Soft little motion, switching over, taking that left foot and slightly walking it to the outside. And you can replant that right foot facing the long edge of the mat, setting up here, straightening out that front knee for that Trikonasana variation. Right hand grabs the hoop, slow and steady. Turn on that confidence. I know that our inner critic is probably coming in now. That inner critic is saying, you don't know what you're doing. You've never done this. Yeah, we don't, but we're on a journey and we're showing up. And when you show up, that's all you can do. Exhale. Soft bend to the knees, hinging from the hip. So feel what it feels like to come from the spine versus the hip. Hip tilt, coming down, Trikonasana. Allowing that hoop, hinging it out, holding on the outside. Inhale to raise up, whatever your ceiling will let you do. Exhaling, allowing the arm. You can bring it strong and long. You can hoop it around. Still toning through the bicep and the tricep. Exhale from the core. Inhale, raising up, slow and mindful, whatever this looks like to you. And if you need to stay here, you can. Or if you can, allow it to float behind you. Hinging at the elbow, making those triangles. If you see, we have 1, we have 2, we have 3 triangles. And we are the center of our own universe, my friend. Inhale to raise up from the core. Use the biceps. Exhale, hinging. You can keep that inner strength if you want to challenge yourself. You can let yourself come in the center. Doing a few strengthening movements. Good job, my friends. You're doing amazing. How are you feeling? Exhaling behind you. I know it's new and different. It's super fun. We're trying new things and it's so fun. We are truly awakening ourselves because we're working on our self-love. We're working on our self-confidence. And when we can do this, we can wake up. Exhale, hinging from the hip, guiding yourself back up, bending that front knee forward, tuning into that knee. As you peek down, you want to glance and see just that big toe. Soft bend to the hind knee. Exhaling, bringing that hoop behind you, hands wrapped around the inside, outside, thumbs on the inside, hoop on the lower back. Exhale, hinge from the hips forward, doing 3 of these. Raising with the back of the heart, exhaling as you float down, Inhale to rise. Rooting down. Rising up. Rooting down as we hinge. Inhale to rise up, building that self-confidence. I am confident. I am beautiful. I am more than enough. I am more than enough. Taking a few of those tick tocks, tick tock, feeling what that feels like on your spine. Beautiful work, my friend. Breathing with the breath, turning on that confidence. Exhaling, heel toeing, heel toe. Heel toeing, my friends. How are you feeling? Taking a moment to shake it out, shake it off, twisting side to side, doing a little shake. Okay, my friends, this is where we tap in. We tap in. If you are still working on that hoop waist hooping, I just mixed that one up. I would love you to start spinning your universe on your waist. If you are still working on this, you take that hoop and you still, as long as it takes, I'm not kidding when I tell you, it took me 3 weeks, and I'm not saying it's going to take you 3 weeks, but it took me 3 weeks to actually understand and feel the connection. So if you are still learning, even if you can get one and it drops, give yourself a high five. When we drop the hoop, it is a success. It means we're trying something new. And if you remember, if you watched, you can pick this up by pinching the feet in a more fun way. Pinching the feet together, creeping it up above that little bone on the inside of the ankles, and bring that hoop behind you. Oh, look, I dropped it again. That's okay. See? So picking it up can be kind of fun, whatever that looks like. Grabbing, and then maybe doing something big and grand. Woo! Woo! Okay, so trying, doing that waist hoop, or envisioning yourself, really feeling the connection. And if you are hoop waisting right now, waist hooping, I'll get it right one of these times, or I'm just gonna start calling it hoop waisting because that's what it is. If you really feel that connection, and test yourself by closing your eyes and try to test yourself. If you can, walk around your space. Move out any furniture, watch out for any dogs or children's heads. Children get whacked a lot. And know if you're getting any bruises along this journey. It's so good when you get bruises. It's like, woo, I'm trying new things. Especially with the beginner hoop. The beginner hoops cause the bruising. My friends, beautiful work. Feeling free and just taking a moment to be free and to play and to do something fun. And if you don't have a move, you can grab mine, and it's just trading hand to hand and being grand and open. We often think that we can't take up space, and that's where our confidence gets down. But when we could do things like feeling our inner sexy by waist hooping and moving our creative sexual center, our root chakra, move that in a creative, playful way, we can know that it's okay to take up space and be beautiful. And that's why I love hooping and yoga together, because that enables us to do that. See, just opening and ooh, feeling beautiful, feeling gorgeous. No matter what your perception of yourself is, give yourself love, give yourself permission to feel beautiful. To feel beautiful. Okay, my beautiful friends. Now our confidence is on. We're on, and we're gonna soar. We're going to soar, and we're gonna drop our hoop, because that's okay too. Tapping into that inner dancer. Dancers are beautiful. I'm not saying strip dancer, that not to adjust, the dancer pose. This looks different for everyone, so depending where you are in your practice, grounding and rooting into one foot, planting it into the earth, so beginning on the right side. As you plant that foot into the earth, being aware of that hip's popping out, aligning the ankle to the knee, exhaling the opposite arm. Like, can I have a glass of water? Reaching it behind, hinging and bending the opposite knee. Bending the opposite knee, reaching back, toning through the core, lengthen the spine, grabbing here. And if this is all you can do, this is all you can do from here, my friends. Using the hoop, we're not pressing the hoop into the earth as a guide. We're actually barely, if you can, hover that hoop above the ground. Kicking, kicking, kicking that hind foot back. Kick it, kick it as far as you can kick it. If you can, grab the hoop with the hand, palm holding onto the hoop. Inhale, raising that hoop, being the center of your universe. And if you can, if this is all that works for you, this is fine. And you can also grab a wall here. If you need a wall, it's okay. You can be here and with your wall. But if you would like to challenge yourself, if your body is feeling willing, feeling good, tapping into that inner dancer, really rooting down through the earth, tuning into a drishti, a focal point, something visual and still. Bringing that hoop up, kick, kick, kicking, and hinging from the hips. Allowing the heart to come down. Tapping into that inner dancer. You are beautiful and confident and strengthened. Big breath into the heart space. Breathing through your inner circle. Breathing a big breath in. Exhaling. My body was losing it. And that's okay if you fall out. You can go back in or just stop there and shake it out. How do you feel? It's so different. It's different when you have the hoop. It just totally throws us off loop. I know when I do the dancer, sometimes my MCL on the outside, I can really feel it in my knees. So just being aware that you're really hugging those thighs together, because sometimes our legs naturally are trying to peel apart. So tapping into the opposite side of the body. So I just did this side, I'm gonna do the opposite side. So tapping in, rooting into the opposite foot, growing those roots, finding length from the ankle to the knee, still micro bend to the knee, hip lengthening through the spine, shooting that inner fire that fire breath, bringing that fire out, building that confidence, that inner confidence. And if the hoop felt a little funky for you, you can try something different. This is just what worked best for me. It's not that it will work best for you. Find that length and that strength, that inner core strength, bending that back knee, hinging that hand out, reaching behind, grabbing just below the ankle, tapping also into the foot here. The foot's not just loose and limber, the foot is toned. Finding that length in the spine, bringing those hips forward, kick, kick, kicking that foot back, inhale, raising that hoop up, framing yourself. If this is all that works for you, this is beautiful and fine. Or if you want to challenge yourself, exhale, hinge, tipping the hips, tapping into that inner dancer. I am confident, I am strong, I am smart, I am more than enough. I am a beautiful being. I am worthy of my heart's desires. I am confident in my own skin. I love myself. Exhale slowly from the back of the heart, whatever that looked like for you. Exhaling and shaking it out. Shake it out, my friends, and take a moment. Rest that hoop on the head. Find your Tadasana and just feel whatever it is you're feeling. Breathing in that fire into the belly. Igniting and lighting yourself up from the inside. Building that fire, expanding that energy, that space around you that we know is surrounding us. Everything is created of energy. This is quantum physics. This is science. Here, this space of energy around us, we choose what we put in this. So if we choose to be confident, saying loving, kind words to ourselves, if we drop our hoop, we could get down on ourselves and start saying mean things, or we could jazz hands. Pick it back up, my love. Pick it up, my friend. You have to pick it up. It's just like when you're a kid riding your bike. Are you gonna just fall and never get back on your bike? You gotta pick up your hoop. You have to pick your confidence up. You have to lift your heart up. Let that fire burn within and let it shine outside of your being. Tapping in to that inner fire, that inner strength. As we slowly and mindfully make our way down to the mat, so whatever that looks like for you, bring yourself slow and steady. So for me, I'm going to hinge at the hips. So whatever this looks like for you, if this feels good, you can follow me or take your own time. Hinging from the hips, coming into a little downward dog here. I want it like a little inversion. Opening up a starfish hand, exhaling to the knees, diving forward. tabletop, my friends. Crisscrossing the feet and coming to the sit bones. So that's what felt good for me, my beautiful friends. Bringing that booty up. You can do a little crab crawl. Keeping your friend, the hoop, with you. Being playful with your hoop in our rockabillies, rockabye babies. So not pushing completely into the hoop, holding the hands on the outside. Inhale from the core, exhaling and rocking to what feels good for you. Inhaling as you sink to the earth, exhaling as you come up. Really toning that core, finding that inner strength and that length in the spine as you rise. And whatever this looks like for you, you might not be able to do a full rockabye, Billy, rockabye baby, whatever you would like to call it. Do what feels good for you. Exhaling back. Last one, raising up, finding that length in the spine, and slowly and mindfully resting yourself onto the mat. I know my body always likes to go crank. Keeping those feet and tuning to what feels good. If it feels better to have the hoop between the toes and grabbing onto the toes, or if it feels better at the arches. This is a personal preference. It's just like yoga. It is not a one size fits all. Again, using your hoop as your friend. This hoop is your friend here. And tuning into the hands, and from the core, twisting the lower body side to side, both legs working together, hugging the thighs together, toning through the core, side to side, slowly and mindfully, side to side. Inhaling with each twist, taking 10 of these. 1, slow and mindfully, using that inner fire, that confidence within to strengthen that core, to feel confident within our own skin. Whenever you've gotten to 10, inhale to whatever you can, raising those feet up, almost like legs up the wall, Viparita Karani, opening the legs wide into a V. Exhaling, grabbing with one hand on the inside of the hoop, exhaling from the core to whatever you can sink to. If you can go lower to the earth, stay here. Inhale, raising up, bringing those feet to what feels good for you. Exhaling long, pressing that core, that lower back with the gap into the earth. Inhaling, doing 10 of these. I know it sounds like a lot, but we're going to strengthen our core. 1, raise it up. Inhale, I am strong. 2, I'm confident. 3, I can do this. 4, I love to try new things. 5, I don't stop when I'm tired. 6, I stop when I'm done. 7, testing yourself to whatever feels good. Find that edge. 8, I'm confident. 9, I am more than enough. 10, I am strong. Inhale, raising up, slowly bending. Oh, feel that burn. You feel that core strength? It's turn on, my friends. That fire is lit. Bringing that hoop up over the head, hoop on the knees. Inhaling, hugging the knees into the chest. Inhale, bringing the nose to the knees. Exhaling down, using that strength from the core. Inhale to raise it up. Exhale to sink. Beautiful work, my friends. Inhale to raise it up. Exhale to sink. Beautiful work, my friends. Allowing one leg to lay long. Allowing the other leg to lay long. Allowing your body to surrender, to let go in Savasana. Allowing yourself permission to turn on your confidence, to know that no matter where you are, what you're experiencing, what other people are doing, that you get to choose if you are confident in your own skin. And we can simply choose this by saying kind, empowering words to ourselves. So please, being aware of every time you look into the mirror, instead of going to your old dialogue and letting your inner critic take over, tell yourself these kind, loving words. I love myself. I approve of myself. I accept myself just as I am. And my friends, I know it's hard at first. Louise Hay, this beautiful, amazing spiritual mentor of mine who wrote Life Loves You, she co-authored that book, and also You Can Heal Your Life, says it takes 200 to 300 times to actually believe yourself, okay? So it's going to take work, it's going to take time, and that's why we're here. Breathing in a big breath of love into your heart, and exhaling it, filling up your bubble, and when you're ready, coming up to a seated, however this looks for you, coming up to that crisscross applesauce, that butterfly, woo, being okay with any head rushes, taking a moment to pause, breathing in a big breath into the heart, and letting it go, and repeating after me. I am confident in my own skin. I am confident in my own skin. I am confident in my own skin. I love myself just the way I am. I am confident in my own skin. I am here. I get to choose my thoughts. I love myself. I approve of myself. I am confident. And really tapping into that inner critic and what it says to you throughout the day. And knowing that you get to choose to realign. You can realign with love, realign with gratitude, and those confident thoughts. I love you so much. Thank you so much for taking the time to help awaken you. I cannot wait to see you tomorrow. And don't forget to do your 5 to 10 minutes of waist hooping, my friends. I love you. And if you want to, if you're feeling it, because I'm feeling it, if you want to, let's get a little goofy. Do you want to play? You can play with your hoop with me. Because sometimes we need to play. And we need to play and we need to get goofy. Throw your hoop across the room. I love you. That's Shelly. And I'm coming back. Okay, and I'm going to be really dorky, and I'm going to sing this hilarious song that I learned in junior high school. Hello, my honey. Hello, my darling. Hello, my ragtime gal. Send me a kiss by wire. Honey, my heart's on fire. If you refuse me, honey, you'll lose me. Then you'll be left alone. Oh, baby, telephone and tell me I'm your home. Hello, I love you. It's okay to play. And be dorky, if you will. I love you.